I really believe that we're moving to a time where we have a very serious pandemic. And the pandemic is much more about false meanings than the pandemic we're used to talking about. There are so many things that we've done as a community, as a world, of everything we, as individuals, where we give things a meaning. Everything has a meaning. Right now in this time, all we are is a giant collection of meanings. It doesn't matter what you feel in any area. You hear something and you just watch everyone come up with a meaning. Like a law could be passed, and then you'll hear 5 people have different meanings for it, right? Oh, they're going into lockdown. They're doing the lockdown because da 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 da. This is a blah 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 blah. They're doing that because blah 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 blah. Now, I'm not saying anything about some of these meanings aren't true, but it's amazing to watch how much meanings we give things all the time. Everything, right? That person didn't call me back, so they must have been cheating or talking crap about me. That person looked down when I said hi, so they must not like me. My partner's not answering me, so I know that he's done talking to me. It's just meaning after meaning after meaning. And the more I do this work, the more I ask myself, is everything a meaning? I mean, everything in the world feels more and more like it's a meaning, right? Everything you believe is going to happen in the future is a meaning in itself. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Even in the spiritual community, we do it. Oh, the stars are doing this, so that means there's a massive great awakening. Conspiracy theorists do it all the time. Sometimes I get really into conspiracies, and you'll just say, oh, that thing happened, so that means this is going to happen. But it's weird how factually we know our meaning is, right? And I feel that there's something about this time that has a meaning in everything really loud. And the reason we fight other people is because we are so strong in our meaning, and then they're so strong in their meaning. And we're all fighting through this meaning, because if you are challenging my meaning, you might take me to the actual essence of what I am, but it would be the death to the part of me that is used to protecting the world around this meaning. And I was thinking to myself about how every single thing that you can Google about, like, anything, how things work, the best way to work out, what food to eat, what you should do, how much you should meditate, whatever, you will always find the counter argument to it. Like, you could look up working out every day or every other day, and I guarantee you that there's an argument for all sides. Should you have 8 glasses of water a day, or is that too much? Should you intermittent fast, or is that not enough? Should you read all the time, or are you getting too much information? Should you meditate, or should you get motivated? There's an argument for everything, right? Should you take the vaccine or not? That's a really good one. Someone just wrote, should you take the vaccine or not? Right? Is this thing dangerous, right? Is it not? Is it actually good for you? Did a bunch of people just make up that it's that way? Right? Did a bunch of people just make up that it's that? Or is it factually that way? And if it's factually that way, do you have the belief that it's that way? And is that creating something? Now, I'm not saying one way is for sure true or not. I'm not endorsing any meaning. I'm just saying, isn't it amazing how we all are plagued with so many meanings right now? And what would you be if you could start to identify that? Man, I thought for sure this was going to happen. How about when you fall in love? What meanings show up? Oh, I have the right person forever. And then you break up, but you had a meaning that was already this meant this. So then the breakup is like the disappointment, because you for sure had a meaning. It wasn't that there was a person in your life, it's that they mean this for you, right? They mean you don't have to feel this pain anymore. They mean forever, right? They mean, you get what I'm saying? And then something falls apart. And then what do we do right away? Even if it's a positive thing, we go to a meaning. Yeah, we broke up, but there's other fish in the sea. That's a meaning. I know that I'll find someone that's better. I get it. That's awesome. And now, right? And now. That person didn't write back. They didn't text back. That means XYZ. And now. Oh, I lost all this money in the thing. That means, and now. That means I don't know. It means here. And I feel I have a little, this is a meaning and an assumption in itself. I have a mild feeling that I'm wide open to I'm wrong, that one of the things we're here to learn is I don't know. I mean, how many different things did you hear were going to happen this year that didn't? And things that you didn't think were going to happen this year that did, that you have enough times that you can go, I don't know. I don't know. How many millions of ways can you research oppositions with facts backing those oppositions? This is what happened. No, it's actually, this is what happened. This is what's going on. No, it's actually this. And how much is that getting into your body as what you're here to be is this meaning machine? And what if what you're fixing when you go to fix something or your mind goes, what do I do? Is you're trying to fix the meaning. But your meaning is something you've created, right? Can you just sit in, I don't know? I don't know. And it's fine. Can you just sit in now? Do you know that famous story? I never get it right, but there's like a famous story of a Chinese farmer. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know if I got the story right. And I'm going to have to ad-lib the story through. So it'll probably be dumb. I've tried to do it before and it never works. But like there's a Chinese farmer and he builds a farm. I'm going to try and do it my way. And his son is on the farm. So bad already. And the son fell down in the carrots section and broke his leg. And all the neighbors came up to the Chinese farmer and they were like, oh, it looks like your farm is bad luck because he broke his leg in the carrot section. So I guess your farm's bad luck. And the farmer goes, maybe. But then he was carted to the hospital where he met a nurse that he thought was hot. He said that this in Chinese. He said she's hot. And she married him. So they said, oh, it looks like your farm is good luck. And he's like, maybe. And then one day he and his nurse wife were walking out of the hospital. He stayed there till it fully healed. And they fell into a big hole. And they were like, oh, the neighbors ran to the Chinese guy's house and said, they fell in the hole. So it's your farm is bad luck. And the Chinese guy said, maybe. The Chinese farmer said, maybe. And then they landed on a rock. So the neighbors were there. Also, this is bad luck too. And he was like, maybe. And then she hit her head on it and got a gash. And the neighbors were like, yep, this is for sure a bad, this is still for sure a bad luck farm. And then solid gold blood came out of her temple. And they were like, they're millionaires. It turns out your farm is the good thing. And he goes, maybe. So they start climbing up out of the dirt with their new cash-based gold blood. And on their way out, the Chinese son grabs a rock weird and half of his nail, like half bent off. And for some reason, the neighbors of the Chinese farmer are watching everything play by play. And they were like, oh, this farm is bad luck because what you've created is this nail issue. Even though he's got blood, or gold blood, there's no gold blood that's going to cover that half nail off. And he says, maybe. And then after climbing out of the hole, it turns out she can fly. So they're like, good luck farm. They just went to the neighbor at this point and just said, it's good luck farm. And he just said, maybe. And they didn't catch that. But then she flew too high and went into bad airspace and she flew into the no-fly zone. And it was over the Reagan airport around this time which is totally not allowed because of the Insurrection Act that for sure has been signed and is enacted. And yes, and totally was not allowed. And the military got her because she flew there, and they shot her down, but they hit the leg. So the neighbors ran while she was falling in free fall. The neighbors ran to and they were like, it turns out your farm is bad luck. And he goes, maybe. But because they shot her in the leg, we discover more gold. And they go, it's good luck. And then the market crashes, and we are at the gold standard. So she fed everybody with her blood, and it was all good. And it turns out it was all good. They were like, the neighbors went to him and they said, oh, she's feeding everyone with gold blood. This is all good. And the farmer went, correct. So I don't know if I have it right. It's something like that. But my point is, what is my point? Maybe. My point is, I don't know. And I can't tell you how much you can look at something on the news and go, that means this. Most of us almost now don't even see things as they are, right? Do you notice that? Right? Do you just go, oh, they didn't respond, the end. Can you think of how many times your mind goes one past it and goes, oh, blah, blah, blah. That means this. Oh, the stars, blah, blah, blah. That means this. Oh, you're a Virgo. That means this, right? Oh, we're out of money. That means this. And you can have a good or a bad meaning. Oh, we're totally broke. That means I'm about to start learning something. Oh, that means we're about to become really rich because you're going to be motivated. Oh, that means you're about to become homeless. Versus there's just no money in the bank this second, the end. Right? And that's really what's true, is what you're seeing. And there's something about this time that doesn't notice anything happening now as is. Oh, that is happening. And you can really get good at it just by going, oh, the news is reporting that's happening. So you can have the space for, I don't even know if that's true. I'm just saying the fact is the news is reporting that's happening. Right? Oh, this alternative, conspiracy site says that, but that doesn't mean that's what's happening. Right? And I say this because I'm always learning it. How about this? You feel sick and you start coming up with why you are sick. Right? Oh, I'm stuffed up. You know why? Because I ate blah, blah, blah yesterday. Right? That's why I'm sick, versus just the body's doing it, it's sick. I don't know. Because there's people like, I got a headache. It's the 5G towers. Or, I know what it is. Dude, now you can cough you could just cough in public. In the old days, you could cough. You could sneeze 5 years ago and everyone just would say, bless you. Now it's fuck you, because they think you're giving them COVID, right? Right? Just a year ago, you could sneeze and everyone would go, oh, now it's just like, oh, dude, we're all going to die. Like, everyone back up. The guy sneezed. We're just meaning machines, right? And the more you do this work, the more you can just go, now. It's almost like we're creating these meanings to avoid the now. It's like we're so scared of the now, this incredible, massive vastness that you're in right now, that feels, and the experience is so all-inclusive and everything seems fine. There's very rarely that you're in a now actually in danger, but you're almost scared that everything's fine. So we need to put a bunch of meanings in that spot so we have something to feel like we're overcoming. But what if in this moment there's nothing to overcome? And what if you're just here? And what if when something happens, you just see it as it is?